It's Pierpoint's anniversary.
Industry Season 3, Episode 7, titled Useful Idiot, delivers a climactic episode full of betrayals, shifting dynamics, and moral compromises as its characters find themselves at a critical juncture. The episode focuses on two key unraveling situations at Pierpoint and Company, a prestigious investment bank on the brink of collapse, and a road trip between Rob and Yasmin that reveals the depths of their dysfunction and personal crises. Pierpoint's financial crisis as Pierpoint's stock price plummets. The company faces potential bankruptcy, and its leadership scrambles to save it. The boardroom scenes in this episode are tense, with the company caught between a rock and a hard place. Pierpoint's only options are a significant capital injection or a full buyout, which would effectively mean the end of its autonomy. Throughout the episode, the contrast between desperation and ambition is palpable as the board tries to navigate this dire situation. Eric Tao, who has been grappling with a midlife crisis throughout much of the season, seizes this opportunity to regain his footing in the company. After being sidelined earlier in the season, Eric adopts a ruthless approach, making people expendable to secure his survival. His actions in this episode culminate in an astonishing act of betrayal, where he gaslights Bill Adler, a fellow executive, into thinking his brain tumor caused him to forget a key conversation. Eric allows a simple error in a presentation to spiral into a significant issue, only calling attention to it when Adler is cornered in front of Mitsubishi, a potential savior for Pierpont. By using Adler's health condition against him, Eric causes him to doubt his own competence and judgment, leading to his humiliation. This move pushes Adler out of the picture, leaving Eric with fewer obstacles to his plan. The shocking nature of this betrayal highlights how far Eric has fallen and echoes earlier themes in the series about the cutthroat nature of the financial world. The betrayal is particularly impactful as it underscores the parallels between Eric and Harper Stern, his protege, who had previously displayed similar morally questionable behavior. The Pierpoint storyline ends with the board on the edge of imploding. Eric's maneuvering leaves a lasting impact, showing that in the world of high finance, loyalty and ethics are often sacrificed in the pursuit of survival and power. Rob and Yasmin's road trip. The episode's other significant storyline focuses on Rob and Yasmin, who take a trip to Wales as a temporary escape from their troubles. Rob, having distanced himself from the corporate world and processed his personal traumas earlier in the season, is looking forward to a job interview with a psilocybin startup called Little Labs. He invites Yasmin to join him, sensing that she needs a break from her own life, but their journey becomes an opportunity to explore their complicated relationship. Yasmin is reeling from the scandal involving her father, Charles, whose embezzlement has come to light. The publishing company tied to her father offers to cover the damages caused by his crimes, but demands that Yasmin be the public face of the scandal. This would destroy her reputation, but refusing the deal would mean a lengthy and expensive legal battle that she cannot afford. Yasmin's privilege and status are crumbling, leaving her emotionally vulnerable. During the trip, Yasmin's self-destructive tendencies resurface. Despite Rob's attempts to provide support, Yasmin lashes out in moments of cruelty. Her internal turmoil leads her to belittle Rob's attempts at enjoying simple pleasures like a humble meal of fish and chips, and her remarks reveal the extent of her snobbishness and entitlement. Rob, representing a working-class background, becomes increasingly frustrated by Yasmin's inability to face her own problems head-on. Their budding romance is filled with tension as Yasmin's personal struggles create a widening emotional gap between them. In one particularly intense moment, Yasmin's behavior escalates when she takes a handful of psilocybin samples from Little Labs while in the bath. Her trip culminates in her injuring herself, cutting her hand in the bathroom. Rob rushes to her aid, but this moment of vulnerability is twisted when Yasmin, in a drug-induced haze, tries to initiate intimacy. Rob rejects her, but the scene takes a dark turn when Yasmin delivers one of the bleakest lines in the series. "Henry used to get hard when I cried too," referring to a previous toxic relationship. This disturbing confession deepens the viewer's understanding of Yasmin's trauma and coping mechanisms. Despite the chaos of the trip, Rob's job interview goes well, offering him a chance at a fresh start. His potential new role in Silicon Valley with Little Labs presents a new chapter in his life, symbolizing his growth after a tumultuous career at Pierpont. However, Yasmin's downward spiral contrasts sharply with Rob's newfound sense of purpose, leaving the future of their relationship uncertain. Yasmin's personal crisis seems to drag her further into self-destructive behavior, while Rob's arc moves toward healing and professional rebirth. Themes and takeaways. Episode 7 of Industry Season 3 emphasizes the show's core themes of survival, ambition, and the moral compromises people make in high-stakes environments. Eric's betrayal of Adler is a powerful example of how individuals in the corporate world manipulate those around them for self-preservation. His actions mirror those of Harper earlier in the series, highlighting the cyclical nature of ambition and the erosion of ethics in the world of finance. On the other hand, Rob and Yasmin's road trip serves as a more intimate exploration of personal growth and failure. Rob, having processed his trauma, seeks a way out of the toxic environment of Pierpont, while Yasmin is trapped by her family's scandals and her own emotional baggage. Spirals. further into dysfunction. Their contrasting trajectories represent the varying ways people cope with adversity and the consequences of using them to confront one's problems. Overall, this episode sets the stage for the season finale, leaving key questions about the fates of both Pierpoints and their characters unresolved. Will Eric's ruthless tactics pay off, or will he face the consequences of his actions? Can Yasmin find a way to rebuild her life, or is she doomed to repeat her mistakes? The answers to these questions will likely define the future of industry characters as they navigate the treacherous waters of finance and personal redemption. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe.